These aren't your typical new car launches. This is a lineup of vehicles that either redefine their segments, bring back legends, or prove that innovation doesn't always mean six-figure price tags. And number 1 might just save the electric vehicle market from itself. At number 7, the hybrid coupe nobody saw coming. This is the 2026 Honda Prelude, and it's proof Honda hasn't forgotten how to build driver-focused cars. The roofline drops aggressively. The front end borrows Civic vibes, but adds enough unique touches to stand alone, and the stance screams, "I care about how I look," without trying too hard. 200 horsepower combined output from Honda's two-motor hybrid system, paired with suspension tuning borrowed from the Civic Type R. Here's the twist. S+ Shift uses paddle shifters to simulate gear changes even though there's no transmission, cutting power briefly and adding torque spikes to mimic real shifting. 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, EPA estimates around 46 city, 41 highway. Inside, you get a 10-inch digital cluster, 9-inch touchscreen, Bose audio, aggressive bolstered seats. The back seat exists technically, but anyone over 6 feet will have knees jammed into front seat. MSRP is $42,000. Add destination, and you're at $43,000, assuming you find one without markup, which is unlikely given limited production. Now, let's be fair. This weighs 3,000 pounds. Heavier than old Preludes, no manual transmission will upset purists, and rightfully so. The hybrid system is efficient but not thrilling, even with paddle trickery. Front-wheel drive with comfort in mind means it won't rotate like a Miata. This makes sense if you want sporty looks, fuel efficiency, and decent back road handling. This makes zero sense if you need a manual, prioritize outright performance, need actual rear seat space, or think $42,000 is too much for 200 horsepower. At number 6, the electric SUV with a $45,000 price tag that might survive the 2026 Rivian R2 looks like someone shrunk the R1S and made it better. Vertical oval headlights, horizontal light bar, flat fascia with 0 fake grills, 185 inches long. Same size as a CR-V, but with nearly 10 inches more wheelbase, translating to serious interior space. 3 powertrain options: single-motor rear-drive base, dual-motor AWD, and tri-motor AWD that hits 60 in under 3 seconds. Longest range version should deliver over 300 miles EPA, closer to 270 real-world highway driving. Uses NACS connector so you can hit Tesla superchargers. Inside, you get a 15-inch touchscreen digital cluster, 5 seats, both rows fold flat for camping. Rear quarter windows vent open, rear glass drops into tailgate. Pricing starts at $45,000, but nobody buys the base model. Dual motor lands closer to $55,000. Tri-motor pushes $60,000 or more. Insurance will be brutal, $3,000 to $4,000 yearly if you're under 40. Maintenance is minimal, but Rivian has maybe 40 service centers nationwide. Rivian is still not profitable. If R2 flops, you might own an orphaned vehicle. Now, let's be fair, this weighs close to 5,000 pounds loaded. Tire wear will be aggressive, 15 to 20,000 miles if driven hard. All touchscreen means adjusting climate requires menu diving while driving. 300 miles drops 30 to 40% in winter. Charging infrastructure is improving, but patchy outside major highways. You'll compete for supercharger spots with angry Tesla owners. This makes sense if you want adventure-oriented looks, live in a metro area with charging infrastructure, have home garage charging, rarely road trip beyond 250 miles. This makes zero sense. If you live rurally tow-heavy loads, take frequent long trips through spotty charging areas, or need 3 rows. At number 5, the off-road beast that embarrasses luxury SUVs, the 2026 Honda Passport Trail Sport, comes with serious hardware. 3.5-liter V6, pumping out 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet torque, paired with a 9-speed automatic and Honda's iVTM for torque vectoring all-wheel drive. Ground clearance hits 9.3 inches, approach angle is 24 degrees, departure is 23 degrees. It rides on Falcon, all-terrain tires, 18-inch wheels, skid plates, protecting the underbody, orange recovery hooks, front and rear. The design is boxy and purposeful, upright windshield, short overhangs, flared fenders, housing those chunky tires. Inside, you get an 8-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, heated front seats, and actual buttons for climate control. Expected pricing around $48,000, which undercuts competitors like the Jeep Grand Cherokee and Toyota 4Runner. Real-world fuel economy sits around 19 city, 24 highway. Not great, but expected for a V6 hauling 4,500 pounds. Now, let's be fair, that 9-speed transmission hunts for gears constantly in stop-and-go traffic. The ride is firm, almost harsh on pavement, tuned for off-road capability, not comfort. Interior materials feel cheap compared to luxury competitors at this price point. And while it's capable off-road, it's not Wrangler or 4Runner level extreme. This makes sense if you want genuine off-road capability without Jeep reliability concerns. Haul camping gear regularly, and prioritize function over luxury. This makes zero sense if you want a comfortable daily driver, need third-row seating, or expect premium materials. At number 4, the plug-in hybrid that undercuts everyone while looking like it costs twice as much. The 2026 Mazda CX-70 PHEV starts at $44,250, which is absurd considering what you get. This is basically a luxury SUV with a plug-in hybrid system that delivers 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. 30 miles of pure electric range, and interior quality that makes German competitors sweat. The design is elegant without trying too hard. Horizontal lines, mature proportions, no fake vents or aggressive nonsense. Inside you get leather seats, dual 12-inch screens, heated and ventilated front seats, Bose audio, and actual buttons for climate control. The PHEV system pairs a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with electric motors, charges in 2.5 hours on level 2, 11 hours on standard outlet. Combined range hits 520 miles, and when you run out of battery, it still gets around 25 mpg on gas. EPA rates it at 56 mpge combined. Towing capacity is 3,500 pounds, enough for small boats or utility trailers. Now, let's be fair, that 30-mile electric range disappears fast if you drive aggressively or use heat in winter. Expect closer to 22 miles real-world in cold weather. The infotainment system looks premium, but the rotary controller is finicky. Simple tasks require too many steps. And while the interior feels upscale, some plastics on lower surfaces feel cheaper than the price suggests. The ride is tuned for comfort, which means body roll in corners. This isn't a driver-focused SUV, and that 17.8 kilowatt-hour battery eats into cargo space. You get 39.6 cubic feet behind rear seats versus competitors offering more. This makes sense if you have short daily commutes under 30 miles, access to home charging, want luxury features without luxury pricing, and rarely need maximum cargo capacity. This makes zero sense if you can't charge at home, need 3 rows, prioritize driving dynamics over comfort, or expect German build quality at this price point. Real quick, which one of these cars would you actually consider buying with your own money? Not some fantasy lottery scenario, but your actual hard-earned cash. Because here's the thing, everyone watches these videos and imagines themselves behind the wheel. But then reality hits when you see insurance quotes, dealer markups, the fact your garage barely fits your current sedan. Drop a comment right now telling me which car from this list makes sense for your real-life situation. Your actual budget, your actual needs. Not your dream car, but the one you could genuinely see yourself driving. While you're down there, smash that like button if you're enjoying this breakdown. And subscribe, because we're covering every major launch coming to the US market this year. Alright, let's get to the top 3, because this is where things get ridiculous. At number 3, the luxury sedan that refuses to die, the 2026 Genesis G90 just got a refresh and it's swinging hard at Germans. 5.0-liter V8 twin-turbo, making 415 horsepower and 391 pound-feet torque. Rear-wheel drive or optional all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. The design is bold, massive crest grille, split headlamp design, chrome accents everywhere. Inside you get Nappa leather, 12-way power, adjustable front seats with massaged 14.5-inch touchscreen, 12.3-inch digital cluster, 17-speaker Lexicon audio. Expected pricing starts around $90,000, which is $30,000 less than a BMW 7 Series with similar equipment. Now, here's the problem. It weighs 5,300 pounds. Fuel economy is 17 city, 25 highway. Brutal in today's market. Resale value is terrible compared to German rivals. Expect to lose 50% in 3 years. This makes sense if you want flagship luxury without German pricing and don't care about brand prestige. This makes zero sense if you care about resale value or fuel costs. At number 2, the electric truck that's actually affordable. The 2027 Chevrolet Silverado EVWT starts at $57,000 before incentives, undercutting Rivian and Ford by significant margins. Dual-motor setup pushing 510 horsepower and 715 pound-feet torque. EPA estimates 400 miles range, real-world highway closer to 320. It uses GM's Ultium battery platform, 800-volt architecture allowing DC fast charging from 10 to 80% in under 40 minutes. The truck bed is 6 foot 6 inches, payload capacity around 1,200 pounds, towing maxes at 10,000 pounds. Inside you get a 17-inch touchscreen, 11-inch digital cluster, 12 cubic feet of front trunk storage. Now let's be fair. That 400-mile range drops to maybe 200 when towing at highway speeds. Charging infrastructure for trucks is terrible. Most chargers aren't designed for vehicles with trailers attached. Build quality on early Ultium platform vehicles has been questionable. This makes sense if you want electric truck capability without luxury pricing and rarely tow long distances. This makes zero sense if you tow regularly beyond 200 miles or live where charging is sparse. At number 1, the game changer. The 2026 Toyota Camry went hybrid only, killing the V6 completely. Every single Camry sold in America now uses Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system. 2.5-liter 4-cylinder paired with electric motors, total system output 225 horsepower, EPA rated 52 city, 50 highway, front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Pricing starts at $30,000, topping out around $38,000 for loaded XSE trim. This is the move that could normalize hybrids in America. No premium for hybrid tech, just standard equipment. 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds, quicker than the old 4-cylinder. And here's what nobody expected, it's actually engaging to drive. The new chassis is stiffer, steering is more responsive, and the hybrid system delivers instant torque off the line. Now let's be fair, some buyers will hate losing the V6 option. The CVT transmission still makes that droning sound under hard acceleration. And $30,000 for a Camry, even a hybrid, is a tough sell when Accords start cheaper. But this makes sense for literally anyone who commutes, wants reliable transport, and likes spending less at gas stations. This makes zero sense if you're a V6 purist or need towing capability. So, there you have it. 7 vehicles proving the auto industry is evolving faster than most people realize. If you made it this far, smash that like button and subscribe, because we're just getting started with 2026 coverage.